Davis, cut to the chase. Today we're talking relationship advice. Now you can say a couple of things around that, right? Third marriage? Now look, we are talking relationship advice, but not really. We are talking how you can nurture a real estate career and yet again, not lose your wife, partner, family, kids at home, because this is, we can joke all we want, but actually without that support at home, you're going to be one of those lonely agents going to the strippers on a Saturday night, being miserable and not having what keeps you happy at home, right? And you can lose it very easily because this job is 7 days a week, right?
And I've made more mistakes than most, so I'm interested to see what you got to say. Here's the one thing though I know about relationships with customers, right?
Yeah.
Most of the mistakes that I've made have been via text, have been via email, where the amount of ones fall on your sword, ring them up, have a chat. Every time someone sends me an email. Anyway, I'm all ears.
Don't avoid the inevitable, right? Pick up the phone. But we're talking at home, right? Because I am not perfect.
Because I haven't worked it out.
You haven't worked it out. Well, look, I've somehow managed to work it out in the last couple of years. I get asked all the time, how do you manage? How do you manage and keep a family and keep the career going? Well, I manage because you heard the analogy of you put the big rocks in the bucket first and then everything else around it. Now, I take Thursdays off. Yes, my phone rings, but I take no meetings on Thursday.
Okay.
Obviously there's always the exception of someone that is in the country only for 1 day, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But very rarely I'll be busy on a Thursday with a meeting. So Thursday is my day off. I take my kids out swimming. We go out for lunch. We do a bit of things around the house. And then it's really around, making the time, obviously, to have those holidays. My goal is to have 4 holidays a year. Some of them, it could be only 3 or 4 days long, depending on what part. And another couple of, the main holiday, June, July, is normally 2 weeks long. So those are something I look forward, as well as my wife. But as well, I make the time that once a month, because it's supposed to be every 2 weeks, but once a month, let's call it, we go for date night, get a babysitter. Those small things, and they're not small things, but they're small things in a wider calendar that you might have, keeps my relationship happy at home, and as well allows me to see my kids, because yes, I work late every night, but in the morning I'm at home until 8:30, 9 o'clock, so I can see the morning routine. So not perfect, but it's a compromise after, once you almost lose it, then you know that you're not going to make the same mistakes, right? And as well, there is no secrets, but it comes down to giving the time to your family so that they appreciate you.
So how many live active how many listings are you managing at the moment?
56. There you go. 56.
56. So that is, not here to blow wind, but to be able to have a day off with 56 live campaigns. And I admire that when we talk to people, we're going to have those conversations very soon.
Yeah.
People always say, hey, we love your levels of communication. So
because it goes into the business, right? Tuesdays, which is the day that I'm blessed to spend half with you, man, that's one meeting after another meeting after another meeting, giving the time to my clients. And my clients know, because I send them a quick video, I call it the set to sell meeting video, which is once the listing is signed before we go on the market, to let them know how the campaign will go, the things to expect, and all of that. And in there, I do say that Thursday is my day off, and they appreciate that. And yes, it's with the family, but your clients need to understand that as well.
But it's the things that you've done that have allowed you to put those big rocks,
Correct.
Because some people listening here, they've got 2 or 3 listings, they can't have a day off. They haven't set those things up in advance, right?
Yeah. And if you tell your client Thursday is your day off, half of them, they respect you. Half of them don't remember, and they still call you, and that's fine, because my phone always rings and I'll always answer, and if I don't, I'll call them back within 30 minutes. That's always my goal. But if you don't set it up, then people don't respect it because they don't know about it.
Right, so if my wife is watching, this is what I'm going to start doing.
Okay, I hope she's watching. Does she not watch our podcast? My wife doesn't. But my wife is not in real estate, you see?
Yeah, there you go.
There
Beautiful.
You go. Look forward to see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Love ya.
Cut to the chase.